Hello everyone, my name is Ritu. I'm a language trainer at Avigna Learning Academy, which is a premier online coaching institute. Now, what does Avigna Learning Academy do to help you? What are the various courses that we help you with? Let us have a look at that. Avigna Learning Academy coaches students for various English language certification exams like IELTS, TOEFL, OET, and PTE. Anybody can take up the IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE exam, but OET exam is specifically for healthcare professionals. These are mandatory English language proficiency exams that a person will have to take when he or she wishes to go abroad to study or work in an English language speaking country. So many students have approached our institute because they had not performed very well in their exam. This could be because they did not receive any training before writing the exam, or they did not receive the right kind of training. I'm very happy to announce that those who have approached us for help and training have scored very well in their exams. You would also come across many people, maybe your friends, who are not very comfortable speaking to a crowd, or maybe just their colleagues. Avigna has a solution to that. We offer English language enhancement programs like Business English, English Startup, English Fluency, and Speak English Confidently, which will help you and your friends improve your English language and communication skills. Avigna has been training students since 14 years and has trained students across the globe like India, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, UK, Sri Lanka, and a few Middle Eastern cities. Our students have passed their exams with excellent scores and have now started working or studying in various companies, institutions, and organizations in foreign countries. We are also tied up with various study abroad consultancies to help our students with visa processing. So what are our specialties? Now you will find that training here at Avigna Learning Academy can be very exciting. And why is that so? It is so because you will be mentored here by very well experienced language trainers. We also provide face-to-face virtual training where the trainers log in real time. We also provide personalized coaching for students so that every student will get the maximum attention during the training sessions. We also help with customized curriculum. That is because we have a lot of students who come to us and say that they are very good at a particular skill, maybe a listening skill. So they're very good at listening skills, but they're not so great at writing skills. So what we do is we customize the curriculum according to the students' needs and give them more practice and practice material so they get their desired score as well as the necessary help. Interactive sessions are also constantly held between the student and the trainer to build confidence and also to assess the students. We get many students who are working professionals like doctors, engineers, and nurses whose work shifts keep changing every week. So to accommodate this, what we do here is we provide training at a time that is convenient to you. We have ample amount of practice material and mock tests that will help you get ready and be completely prepared and confident by the end of your training. Mock tests will be conducted on a regular basis to evaluate your performance and help you out. So let's get to the topic of today's webinar. So today's webinar is about IELTS. So what is this IELTS? IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. It is an international standardized test of English language proficiency for non-native English language speakers. So this test can be taken by anybody who is planning to immigrate or relocate to a native English language speaking country. That can be for educational purposes or for work purposes. It can also be taken to obtain visa and PR in various countries. This is not a test of your technical knowledge or general knowledge. This test assesses only your English language skills. Right. The test is available in 140 countries and in over 1,200 locations all over the world. 48 test dates throughout the year are available for you to take the exam. There are two types of tests. The first one being the paper-based test, and the second and the recent one is the computer-based test. There are no changes in the format or the difficulty of these tests. They are very similar to each other. The result of these tests can be available in 5 to 7 business days in case of a computer-delivered test, and 13 business days in case of paper-based test. The test fee is 14,000 rupees and it can be paid in local currency. You will be scored with a bandwidth of 0 to between the bandwidth of 0 to 9. So who conducts the IELTS test? The IELTS test is conducted by British Council, IDP IELTS Australia, and Cambridge Assessment of English. It was first started in the year 1989. Who recognizes the IELTS exam? The IELTS exam is recognized all over the world. It is accepted by most Australian, British, Canadian, European, Irish, and New Zealand academic institutions. It is also accepted in over 3,000 academic institutions in United States and also by various professional organizations across the world. So who is eligible to take the test? IELTS can be taken by anyone irrespective of age, gender, race, and nationality, and even religion. But however, it is not recommended for children who are below the age of 16 years. Okay, so now let's come to this module. So the IELTS modules. There are two types of IELTS modules. The first one is the academic training module and the second one is the general training module. So what is the difference between the two? The academic training module is generally taken by those who want to go abroad for educational purposes. It can also be taken by healthcare professionals who are looking for jobs in English speaking countries. The general training module is taken by those who want to work abroad or those who wish to immigrate to an English speaking country. So what are the major differences between the academic and the general modules? There are a few differences in the reading and the writing sections of the IELTS test. The speaking and the listening section is same for both the modules. In the reading section of the academic module, there are 3 passages, whereas there are 4 or more passages in the general module. In the writing section, task 1 will be graph description for academic module and letter writing for general module. The IELTS test can be completed within 2 hours and 45 minutes. If you could get a very good training from our institute, your dream of relocating to another country can be fulfilled in a matter of 3 hours in the form of this test. Right. So let us look at the 4 sections of the test, that is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The listening, reading, and writing sections are held on the same day, whereas the speaking test is conducted on a separate day. Okay, so you might be thinking, what is so special about this IELTS exam? You might wonder, it's just a 3-hour exam. It is just like any other exam that you have taken up in your school or your college. But you have to believe me, the IELTS exam is very different and also difficult. You have to multitask at every level. In the listening test, you have to simultaneously answer the questions while listening to the audio clip. In the reading section, you have to read very lengthy passages and answer 40 questions within an hour. If you're a student or a professional, you would usually converse with your family or friends or your colleagues in native language. But to fulfill your dream of going abroad, you have to take up this exam which judges your English language proficiency. So you do not have to worry here. Avigna Learning Academy will help you achieve this dream by providing you with a lot of practice tests and mock tests to make sure that you score very well in your exam. So let us look at each of these sections individually. The first section is the listening section. In the listening section, you will have to answer 40 questions in 30 minutes. You will be given 10 minutes extra time to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer script. And this is in case of the paper-based test. So if you're writing the computer-based test, you will be given only 2 minutes extra time to check your answers on the computer screen. You will be listening to 4 different types of audio clips during the test, and you will have to answer the questions simultaneously. Right. The first kind of audio clip in section 1 is a conversation between two people set in everyday social context. The second kind of conversation will be a monologue set in everyday social context. The third kind of audio clip will be a conversation between up to 4 people set in an educational or training context. And the fourth audio clip will be a monologue on an academic subject. So you have to remember that the audio clip will be played only once. You cannot listen to it again. So what are the different kinds of questions that you might come across? There can be fill in the blanks, then match the following questions, multiple choice questions, and many other kinds of questions. Okay, so here you can see an example, and on the left hand side of your screen, you can see the transcript of an audio clip. On the right hand side, you can see the questions. So unfortunately, in the exam, you will not be given the transcript, or you will not be allowed to listen to the audio clip twice. On the right, yeah. So this is just to help you understand and get the feeling and the accent of the language in the audio clip. So now let us listen to the audio clip.
Hello, Flagstone.
Oh, hello. Is that Flagstone Properties?
Yes, that's right. Flagstone here. How can I help you?
Hello. I'm ringing just to make inquiries about renting a house. My name's John Anderson.
Yes, Mr. Anderson. What sort of thing were you looking for?
A 2-bedroom house with garden.
Well, yes, sir, that shouldn't be any problem. Just to let you know that our main areas, the main areas we deal with are the city centre itself.
City centre, uh-huh.
And the north suburbs.
Oh, well, we were most interested in the northern areas, actually.
Right, yes. What sort of price were you thinking of?
Well, could you give me some idea?
Certainly. It really ranges from £250 per month.
Only £250?
Yes, to about £500, depending on a number of different factors.
Oh, what does it depend on?
Well, obviously the quality of the area, and then whether there's a garden.
Oh, well, as I said, we'd want a garden.
And a garage pushes up the price.
Right.
Okay, so after listening to this audio clip, you can now see that the answers have been picked from the audio clip. Okay, let us move on to the next section. The next section is the reading section. So in this section, you will have 1 hour to attempt 40 questions. The different kinds of questions can be true or false, yes, no, not given questions, fill in the blanks, match the headings, and many other kinds of questions. There is a difference between the academic training module and the general training module in the reading test. Academic training module has 3 long passages, whereas general training module has 4 or more medium length passages. So let us look at the major differences between the 2 modules. Okay, so the academic training reading test. So the texts in the academic training reading texts are taken from books, journals, magazines, and newspapers. Whereas the texts in the general training reading test are taken from notices, ads, newspapers, books, magazine, and other authentic places. So the texts in academic training reading test are written for non-specialist audience and are on academic topics of general interest. They also contain non-verbal materials such as diagrams, whereas the texts in general training reading tests are relevant to everyday life in an English speaking country. Okay, so here again, you can see an example for your reference. On the left hand side, we have a small extract from a passage, and on the right hand side, you can see the question. So now what happens during the actual test is that the passages are very long. Students read them, but they fail to comprehend. They fail to recognize the answers and they fall short in skimming and scanning skills and also paraphrasing skills. So we here at Avigna help our students learn all the steps, strategies, and skills so that they give the best performance during the exam. The next section is the writing section. In the writing section, you will have 1 hour to complete 2 tasks. So the candidates will be required to write at least 150 words in the first task and at least 250 words in the second task. There is again a difference between the kinds of tasks in the general training module and the academic training module. In academic training module, task 1 is graph description. So that can be your line graph, bar graph, pie chart. It can be a table or a life cycle or anything. And task 2 is essay writing. In general training module, task 1 is letter writing. For example, it can be a letter to a friend or it can be a leave letter to the principal. So they can be formal, semi-formal or personal letters. And task 2 is again essay writing. The writing section in the IELTS exam is one of the most difficult sections to tackle. So most students find it difficult to achieve their desired score in this section. And why is that so? That is because even though students speak very well, they commit a lot of errors while writing. They make grammar errors, punctuation errors, and spelling errors. They do not get the right spellings. They give too much of information, so they exceed the word limit. Their letters and essays are disorganized. They do not write it in an order. And there is very less clarity in what they're writing. So this can be in form of ideas or even their handwriting. So here at Avigna, we help students improve their grammar and vocabulary using the material that we provide. So we help students write organized letters and essays, and we also help them in all the other areas that will get them to excel. So the last section is the speaking section. This test is usually held on a separate day. It is a face-to-face exam between the examiner and the student. This test is conducted for 11 to 14 minutes and there are only 3 parts to this test. So the first part is the introduction and the interview part. So this is where the examiner will ask the test taker some sort of personal questions. So it can be about the test taker's hometown or his qualifications, his education, about his family and other things. So the second part is the cue card round where the test taker will be given a cue card with questions in it. So the test taker will have 1 minute to prepare and he will have to speak for 2 minutes on the topic that is given to him. The next part is the discussion part where the test taker will have to answer questions related, general questions related to the cue card round. Right. So here at Avigna, we make sure that the students get ample practice before the actual test to be very confident. So most students are very nervous and anxious before they attend the test. But after these practice sessions, you will be very confident to take up the exam and you will give your best. So here is an example of IELTS speaking mock test that was conducted here at Avigna Learning Academy. The student has now cleared the exam and she has got her desired score. So let's have a look at that.
Yes. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. May I please know your full name? My name is Reshma Michael. Okay. So can I have the proof of identification? Yes. Thank you. Alright. So Reshma, I'll be asking you a few personal questions. Okay. Where are you from? I'm from a city called Dharwad. It is known for education. Okay. Could you please tell me more about your hometown? Yes. As I told, Dharwad is known for education and it is a less populated area where you will find more of greenery and it is a birthplace of famous poet, Dr. Tharave.
Okay. So I would like to ask you a few questions about television now. How often do you watch television?
I rarely watch television, but I do watch television sometimes.
Okay. So which television channels do you usually watch?
I like to watch this National Geography channels because there I can see more many countries and many new creatures and about the planet. It is very interesting.
Okay. Do you enjoy the advertisements on television?
To some extent, yes, I do enjoy advertisement, but if it is going beyond the required limit of time, then I get bored of advertising.
Okay. Do you think most programs on television are good?
We cannot say that all the programs are good, but there are some programs which are really giving good knowledge and it is helping to gain knowledge and to increase our knowledge and about the things which we are about to know.
Okay, let's move on to the next section now. I'll now be giving you a topic. You will have to talk about this topic for 1 or 2 minutes. I will also give you 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Right. The topic is describe a friend of your family you remember from your childhood. You may take this notebook and a pencil to make some notes. This is also for your reference.
Okay.
So I'll let you know when to stop. Okay. So you may begin your answer now.
Okay. I remember one of the family friend who since my childhood. He is a friend of my dad. He is very close to our family. He used to come very often to my family at least once in a week. Earlier, when I was very young, I didn't used to go to him and talk to him, and I was very scared of him. Then slowly I started being close to him because he used to bring many toys and chocolates, and I had a very good time with him because he was the one to take us to the park and make us to play some fun games. And he was not only close to me, but he was close to whole family because he was like part of a family. He used to be there for us every time whenever we needed him. So I remember him, and he's still very good friend of our family.
Okay. So is that all?
Yes.
All right. Could I have the booklet and the pencil back, please?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll ask you a few general questions regarding this.
Okay.
So do you think we need different kinds of friends at different stages of our lives?
Yes, we meet different kinds of friends in different stages of life, and we need friends for each stage of life.
Okay. So in what ways are these types of friends different?
Yes, because we have, as I told, we need a different friends in different age group. Because when we are kids, we have friends who just want to have fun with us and play, just who want to enjoy. But when we grow up, we need someone who can share our feelings and speak about our secrets. So there is a difference between the friends which are having in the age group, different age group.
Okay. So how easy is it to make friends with people from different age groups?
It is not that easy to make friends with different age group, because if I want to make a friend with my younger generation person, then he may not find me interesting because he is having his own thoughts and ideas, and it is even not easy to make friendship with an older person because they may think that I am not enough mature to be a friend to them.
All right. So, do you think it is possible to be friends with someone if you never meet them in person?
Yes, it is possible to be a friend with someone whom we have never met, because these days it is very easy to find friends and make friends. We have variety of social medias where we can find friends, and yes, it is possible to make friends.
Okay, so would that be real friendship then?
Yes, it will be a real friendship because friendship doesn't has any regulations or criteria. Without seeing each other and meeting each other, we can be very good friends.
Okay. So, what kind of influence can friends have on our lives?
They are playing a very important role in our life because apart from family, Friends are the one with whom we are spending most of the time, and so they know all our things, what we are interested, what our priorities. So they are playing very important role, and we are trying to understand each other, their point of view. So it is helpful to grow ourselves.
So, how important would you say it is to have friends from different cultures?
Yes, it is important to have a friend from a different culture, because we should not limit ourselves to a particular region or culture. So, if we have a friend from different culture, they will teach us many things. It may be regarding their rituals, about the food priorities, about the languages. So, it is important to have a different culture background friend.
Okay, so thank you very much. That will be the end of the speaking test.
Okay.
So now let's see how the IELTS tests are scored. So the IELTS is scored on a 9-band scale, with each band corresponding to a specified competence in English. So if a person gets a band score of 9, he is considered to be an expert user. So if he gets an 8, he is a very good user. 7, a good user. 6, he is considered to be a competent user. 5, a modest user. 4, a limited user. 3, extremely limited user. If he gets a 2, then he is an intermittent user. And if he gets a 1, he is a non-user of English language. So you have to know that there is no pass or fail in the IELTS exam. The test result that you get is valid for 2 years. Okay, so now an average Indian score is supposed to be 6.5 band score, but all across the world in major educational institutions, as well as for PR and for visa purposes, you are supposed to be getting a bandwidth of 7 and above. So we here at ALA, that is Avigna Learning Academy, will help you achieve this dream of yours. For more information, please log on to www.avignalearning.com. You may also view our videos and posts on our website or on Facebook, Instagram. We are also available on LinkedIn and YouTube. So currently we are running a few lockdown offers. To know more about the offers, you can contact us on 9886052174. You can also leave your queries and questions. You can send us an email at info@avignalearning.com. So please give us a feedback of this session. Thank you for your wonderful time and have a great day.